Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
12 IBPNP ensure proper burial for exhumed CTG member in Aklan. 37 IB neutralizes communist rebel in Sultan Kudarat clash. Unified PWDIDs to be implemented by the end of 2025. COMELEC urges candidates to use biodegradable materials during campaign.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Monday, February 10, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the 12th Infantry Battalion and the Philippine National Police, in coordination with the Libacao Local Government Unit and concerned agencies, facilitated the proper burial of a former Communist Terrorist Group member at Libacao Catholic Cemetery, Aklan. Edwin Cachuela Mariano alias Cyrus was a former member of the dismantled Central Front Committee Rehiyong Panay. Despite his past affiliation, the government emphasized that every Filipino deserves dignity in life and death. The 12th Infantry Battalion continues to collaborate with local government units, agencies, and committees to foster peace and development while supporting the reintegration of former rebels.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A Communist Terrorist Group member was neutralized in a 20-minute firefight with troops of the 37th Infantry Battalion in Barangay Sangay, Calamansig, Sultan Kudarat. Troops encountered an undetermined number of insurgents in two separate clashes, forcing the rebels to retreat and leaving behind a fallen comrade identified as alias Cardo, a follower of alias Bix from the Sub-Regional Command Daguma, far South Mindanao region. Soldiers also seized M16 rifle and 4 magazines. Brigadier General Michael Santos, the commander of the 603rd Infantry Brigade, has alerted the nearby units to pursue the fleeing rebels, stating that troops have secured possible escape routes while conducting decisive military operations. On the other line, let us hear more from Shai about Philippine Navy ROTC Cadet of the Year receives AFP scholarship grant.
Yes, good afternoon. A Philippine Navy Reserve Officers Training Corps cadet receives 50,000 pesos Armed Forces of the Philippines Scholarship Grant after being named the Philippine Navy's ROTC Cadet of the Year. Colonel Eloy Sotero C. Fabian Jr., Philippine Navy Marines General Staff Corps, Commander of Naval Reserve Central Northern Luzon, presented the award to Colonel Lydel Jambaga, a third-year criminology student at Northern Philippines College for Maritime Science and Technology. Cadet Colonel Baga was selected based on academic excellence, leadership, training, and commendations. She first completed at the Naval Reserve Center, Northern Luzon, then represented her unit at the national level. This is Shai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 23rd Infantry Battalion and the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources provided livelihood assistance to the Matinabangon San Roque SLP Association through a tilapia production sampling activity in Barangay Tungao, Butuan City. Before led the operation at Purok 4, Sitio San Roque, with the Masigasig troopers offering technical support. This initiative promotes sustainable aquaculture and strengthens local fisheries, ensuring better livelihood opportunities for the community.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 19 Special Forces companies spearheaded a medical outreach program in Barangay Tayran, Lantawan, providing free medical checkups, medicines, haircuts, circumcisions, and a feeding program to residents. The initiative, held in partnership with the local government unit, Rural Health Unit marked the 30th anniversary of the Tayran Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Multi-Purpose Cooperative. Hundreds benefited from the services, reinforcing the Philippine Army's commitment to community welfare and strengthening ties with the people it serves.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let's hear from Sen about 903rd Infantry Brigade participates in the launching of Kabataan Kontra Kriminalidad ACD program in Sorsogon.
The 903rd Brigade participated in the launching of Kabataan Kontra Kriminalidad ACD program and youth forum held at Sorsogon National Government Center. The activity was attended by Philippine Army, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, and Philippine National Police. This initiative aimed to educate and empower the youth in crime prevention, fostering a sense of responsibility and vigilance in their communities. As part of the forum, the PDEA conducted a comprehensive lecture on drug awareness, highlighting the dangers of illegal drug use and the long-term consequences of substance abuse. Meanwhile, the Philippine Army delivered an insightful discussion on the Anti-Terrorism Act, emphasizing the importance of vigilance against extremist recruitment and a legal framework that strengthens national security. The event brought together government agencies, youth leaders, and various stakeholders to discuss strategies in addressing criminality and promoting a safer environment for future generations. This is Senna from Solcom, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Senna from Solcom.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 23rd Infantry Battalion participated in the simultaneous Unity Walk, Manifesto and Covenant signing across Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur, covering key areas such as Butuan City, Las Nieves, Carmen, Nasipit, and Esperanza. Thousands of residents, government officials, military personnel, and organizations marched together to promote peace, unity, and electoral integrity ahead of the 2025 national and local elections. Participants signed the election manifesto and covenant, pledging to uphold a free, fair, and safe electoral process. The 23rd IFE reaffirmed its commitment in ensuring peace and security during the election season, strengthening its partnership with local communities in safeguarding the democracy.
DWDD National News.
And now for our national news, the Department of Social Welfare and Development said that a unified persons with disability identification system will be implemented at the end of the year. According to the DSWD, the system will address the proliferation of fake PWD IDs. Currently, the appearance of the PWD ID varies depending on the local government unit issuing them. Meanwhile, the DSWD spokesperson Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao added that DSWD is working with the National Privacy Commission to ensure data security among PWDs.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear our reporter on the ground about 3rd Mechanized Battalion supports IP livelihood projects in Tarlac. Going for the details, Spencer Ross.
3rd Mechanized Infantry Makatarungan Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Ryan V. Villar inspected the need to handicraft, making and goat racing livelihood projects in situ Tangan-Tangan, Barangay Maamot, San Jose, Tarlac. As part of the visit, the battalion, in partnership with various non-governmental organizations and private entities, conducted gift-giving and feeding activities for the Tangan-Tangan Abiling Tribe Association. Rofh, beneficiaries received groceries, bread, clothing, medicine, and fast food meals. Furthermore, Lieutenant Colonel Villar urged the community to maximize their livelihood opportunities and emphasize continued government and private sector support in uplifting indigenous peoples in remote areas. This is Spencer, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections has urged the candidates in the upcoming 2025 elections to utilize biodegradable materials for their campaign activities. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia emphasized the importance of protecting the environment during the campaign season, advising against the use of non-biodegradable materials such as plastics and tarpaulins. He also cautioned against posting campaign materials on trees, highlighting the need to respect living organisms. By adopting eco-friendly campaign practices, he added that candidates can contribute to environmental conservation while engaging in the democratic process.
DWDD National News.
Philippine National Police Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil has emphasized that political ambitions should never come at the expense of public safety. He said that safeguarding the integrity of the May 12 midterm elections is of paramount priority. He assured the PNP will remain impartial. While election security is a top priority, Marbil assured that the PNP's broader mandate to combat crime, illegal drugs, and other threats to public safety will continue.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Leonor. 12 FSSU holds groundbreaking ceremony for maintenance facility in Maguindanao.
12 Forward Service Support Unit held a groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of warehouse with maintenance facilities at Camp Siongco Awang Datuodon Sinswat, Maguindanao del Norte. Brigadier General Donald Gumiran, commander of the 6th Infantry Division and Joint Task Force Central, highlighted the project's importance in sustaining operational readiness. The event was attended by Brigadier General Darwin Hernandez, Colonel Josue Eri, Lieutenant Colonel Yasmin Saludo, Engineer Anwar Salik, and other military personnel and guests. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group has arrested 2 Chinese nationals for allegedly selling unregistered medicines in Metro Manila. According to CIDG, medicines with an estimated market value of 15,000 pesos are not registered with the Food and Drug Administration. The suspects will be charged with violation of Section 11 of Republic Act 9711, which prohibits manufacturing, importation, export, sale, distribution, and transfer of unregistered drugs. CIDG Chief Brigadier General Nicolas Torre urged the public to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities related to the sale of unregistered medicines.
DWDD National News.
Office of Civil Defense Administrator and National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council Executive Director Undersecretary Ariel Nepomuceno is pushing for amendments to the NDRRMC law to strengthen the country's disaster preparedness and response mechanisms. He emphasized the need for clearer mandates, improved coordination among agencies, and enhanced early warning systems to mitigate the impact of natural disasters. He pointed out that with climate change intensifying typhoons, earthquakes, and other hazards, the current disaster response framework must be updated to be more proactive rather than reactive. Nepomuceno said that the OCD plans to embark on an educational campaign on disaster resilience, particularly targeting the youth, the local government units, and disaster responders.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let's hear some information from Joanne about first-year GCRS AFP. Stakeholders bring community outreach program in Mountain Province.
A successful community outreach program was facilitated by the 1st Civil Relations Group at Civil Relations Service Armed Forces of the Philippines at Bunayan Elementary School in Sabangan Mountain Province on February 9, 2025. The event was conducted in partnership with the Department of Education Cordillera, Police Regional Office Cordillera, Madam of Bawang, and the LGU Sabangan, coinciding with the Department of Education celebration of the 21st National Oral Health Month in the Cordillera. The program began with a Holy Mass, followed by a series of activities that benefited the local community. This included the distribution of 71 grocery packages to residents and 27 canes for senior citizens, a feeding program, sleeper distribution, dental heat kit distribution, information drive, and free haircut services were also provided. Mr. Warden Taltala, Tourism Officer of LGU Sabangan Mountain Province, expressed his gratitude to stakeholders for their support in bringing these services to to the community. Furthermore, the community extended a warm welcome to the stakeholders through their smiles, hospitality, and cultural dances presentations, fostering a sense of unity and camaraderie, demonstrating that the outreach program not only provided material aid but also fostered a spirit of cooperation and goodwill among the learners and the community as a whole. The event highlighted the collaborative efforts of government agencies and stakeholders in reaching remote communities and exemplifies the commitment in supporting the advancement of quality education and uplifting the welfare of communities, especially in remote areas. This is John Sagauk reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from Nolcom.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, Bureau of Immigration Commissioner Joel Anthony Viaduc voiced serious concerns about the startling rise in instances of Filipinos being trafficked by catfishing syndicates. He said that within a week, 14 victims were stopped from trying to leave for illicit work in scam hotspots overseas. The BI's Immigration Protection and Border Enforcement Section reported that the passenger appeared to be first-time travelers on a self-funded trip to Thailand. The intercepted victims were referred to the Interagency Council Against Trafficking for assistance, and efforts are underway to file cases against the recruiters.
DWDD National News.
Another batch of illegal foreigners involved in illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators was deported by the Bureau of Immigration. BI Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said the recent deportees consisted of 23 Chinese nationals and 3 Malaysians who boarded Philippine Airlines and Malaysian Airlines flight. According to Viado, the 26 deportees were among the 454 nationals who were arrested in January for breaking Philippine immigration regulations, specifically frauds involving POGO. He added that BI will continue to work closely with other government agencies to identify and remove foreign nationals involved in illegal activities.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Jayaba Rotary Club of Midtown Butuan provides aid to mothers and pregnant women.
Yes, Rofh, the Rotary Club of Midtown Butuan, led a distribution of goods and vitamins for mothers and pregnant women at Headquarters 23rd ID, Jamboree Site, Purok 6, Barangay Alubihid, Buena Vista, Agusan del Norte. Vice President Ms. Marites Salisi, along with Rotary members, spearheaded the event to support the health and well-being of the beneficiaries. Essential goods and vitamins were distributed to help them maintain proper nutrition during pregnancy and motherhood. The 23rd IB expressed gratitude to the Rotary Club of Midtown Butuan for their meaningful outreach and looks forward to future collaborations to improve lives in Agusan del Norte. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jai.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development reaffirmed its commitment to deliver safe, decent, and affordable housing as it celebrates its 6th anniversary. DHSUD Secretary Jose Rizalino Acuzar said he remains focused on leading transformative housing initiatives through President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s flagship Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino or 4PH program. He said that the department is actively seeking partnerships with private developers and other stakeholders. Acuzar added the importance of collaboration for the Filipinos to achieve its goals.
DWDD National News.
Maharlika Investment Corporation and Thailand's Sharion Pokphan Group Corporation Ltd signed a memorandum of understanding to accelerate investments in agriculture and food production, digital innovation, and sustainable energy. It was witnessed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in a ceremony at Malacanang Palace in Manila. The agreement aims to strengthen food security and agricultural value chains, speed up digital transformation and fintech adoption, and scale up renewable energy and green initiatives in the Philippines. Under the deal, MIC and CP Group will aim to establish a private equity fund with a target to raise up to $1 billion.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Meljoy of First Year Jayaba Philippine Navy assists distressed South Korean passenger boat. 9 Pinoy crew rescued.
Yes, Rofh, a South Korean passenger boat that malfunctioned while navigating the waters of Burgos, Ilocos Norte, was assisted by the Philippine Navy. 9 Filipino crew of passenger boat Odazarang 1 were rescued when BRP Nestor Reynosa responded to the emergency alert issued by the South Korean vessel, according to Ensign Zairus Anthony Ramos, Public Affairs Officer of Naval Forces Northern Luzon. According to an investigation, Odazarang 1 was cruising Burgos around 9 a.m. on February 5 when it suffered from a mechanical malfunction restricting the vessel's ability to maneuver. It immediately issued an emergency alert, which was monitored by the Maritime Situation Awareness Center North and Naval Monitoring Detachment Pasukin. The Naval Forces Northern Luzon deployed BRP Nestor Reynosa, and the Navy ship established contact with and escorted the Odazarang 1 to Sual, Pangasinan, where it was fixed. Meanwhile, the 9 Filipino crew members of the said vessel were safe and encountered no other problems. This is Meljo Inesio Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoyo First Year G.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear more updates from Gina about Rotary Club of Midtown Butuan provides aid to mothers and pregnant women.
Yes, Rofh, the Philippine Army Finance Center Producers Integrated Cooperative conducted a financial management awareness and information drive at the 11th Infantry Alakdan Division headquarters in Hulosulu. The session aimed to educate soldiers on budgeting, investment, savings, and loan opportunities. The speakers emphasized financial security for soldiers and their families, introducing loan programs, saving options, and membership benefits to help them manage their resources effectively. Pacific and 11ID reaffirmed their commitment in empowering military personnel through financial literacy. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina, for your report about Pacific promotes financial literacy among 11th ID personnel in Sulu.
DWDD National News.
For our weather update, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration announced that the Intertropical Convergence Zone will impact portions of Visayas and Mindanao. Meanwhile, the shearline and the northeast monsoon or amihan will deliver widespread rain across Luzon. Pag-asa also issued warnings for strong to gale force winds in northern Luzon, central Luzon, and the eastern sections of southern Luzon and the Visayas, with rough to very rough seas and wave heights of 3.1 to 5.0 meters.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in and catch up us again tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.